we are.
Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Quantum Heart Talks. Thank you for being here. So excited. We got off a little bit late. I apologize. It's obviously not late for our guest, though. Our beautiful Jolene Clayton is joining us from the beautiful Isle of Ireland. And I am just going to be more thrilled to have Jolene here. I'd love to introduce you to our beauty. She is part of our tribe here at Quantum Influencers. And I'm so excited to be able to interview her because she is a Reiki practitioner. She is also a certified hypnotherapist. And she is a wealth of information when it comes to essential oils. So I think we've got a little diddly going on today. Today is a big day. And of course, once again, we're going to tie it all up in a nice pretty bow and see how all the dots connect.
Absolutely.
As we begin to talk about quantum energy, because we all know how much we love to talk about quantum energy here at Quantum Heart Talks.
Absolutely.
Welcome, Jolene. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. And for those of you who don't know, Jolene is actually originally from Canada. So, and now she's in Ireland. So,
yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of tell us a little bit about this whole transfer from Canada and then to Ireland, and now you're practicing Reiki and your hypnotherapy. Of course, you know me, I love anything to do with conscious, subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking a lot that for the last couple of days with Trinity and with Robin, and I know that's going to come up a lot more. And of course, Limbic Arc, that's exactly what this Limbic Arc technology is about bridging the connection between the two. So you as a hypnotherapist, I bet you know all about that.
Ooh, yeah. Well, I'll start quickly with just saying that let's say I was born and raised in Alberta. So when Trinity said Pitcher Butte yesterday, I was like, oh my God. And I actually went to university in Lethbridge, so that was even closer to Trinity. So who knows, I might have actually ran into her one time in my life. No. But and then, you know, I traveled after university here, there, and everywhere. Colombia, Mexico, Korea.
Wow. So you spent a lot of time. And so how much time did you spend in South America?
I had 1 year in Colombia and then about 6 months in Mexico.
Wow.
I probably would have stayed in Mexico longer, but I was teaching English and I wasn't getting paid enough to be able to stay there as long as I would have liked to, that kind of thing. But of course, that was my young years, and and I traveled as much as I could because when it was in the early 90s, and that was when our economic situation in Alberta was kind of low, and I'd always wanted to travel. So teaching English as a second language was the key.
Right.
I was never one of those, I got to go see have a career in a certain area. It was first things first, see the world. All right. Because to me, that's how you were going to grow. And when I started seeing different modalities and different things from everybody else, it was like, okay, I have to start absorbing this, you know.
And like a sponge. You're like a little sponge going more. Yeah.
I do have a habit of learning too much and then spilling out too much information, and people are like, okay. I don't know, but okay. But and that's just kind of part of my personality. But coming to Ireland was kind of an accident. I came with friends actually exactly 9 years ago.
Wow.
So this week, 9 years ago, I came to Ireland with some friends, and the whole P.S. I love you romantic thing happened where I met someone, and 2 days before coming home.
Oh, the Irish rock got you, did they? Did you kiss the Blarney Stone, or was it the Blarney boy?
No, I did do the stone too. But we'll go there elsewhere. But yeah, it was 2 days before leaving. And then we just kept in touch, and we had about a 5.5-year relationship back and forth, or I'd come back and forth. And I was still in the mindset of I got to do the thing that we all are supposed to do in our 30s, right? And but then I jumped. I said, okay, he's going to stay in Ireland because that's where his kids are, so I'm coming here. And I did the big jump. And
this is cool. So then this is where you got into really diving into your modalities. Then it was really in Ireland.
It was, yeah. Because here I am, I'm still the first year and a half, I couldn't work because I had to we had to try to figure out how I was going to get the working visa while there. So in that time period, I absorbed more information. And of course, Ireland, it is a place full of energy. It's just like the place that you're going to find yourself if you do need it, because there's times where I've gone to circles. There's lots of old ancient circles that are up to 5,000 years old here, and you could just
really
walk into them, and whoo, your energy, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. That energy is just there, right? And so I've always believed in like energy, and we are all energy, and the law of attraction has always been part of how I've ever lived my life. Like I'll give you the story about my boyfriend. He doesn't know this, but at least 5 years before I came to Ireland, I had wrote down everything. I wanted a certain tall height, humor, smart, etc., etc. Well, guess who I've got? I wrote down in that, and isn't
that true? That's what it's about, isn't it? It's about really deliberately, and very clearly, putting it out there in the quantum realm, and talking to that little genie up there, because it's a little genie up there. That's where the energy starts to handshake.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that's why when you introduced me to our lovely technology, I was like, ooh, look at this. I can put my law of attraction even more. And so that's kind of where that has happened. And of course, then I got found Reiki, which is funny because I had never thought about it before. And then when I saw it, what it was, and I got attuned to energy, that was the first time I'd actually really been in tuned to energy, right? And now it's like, if I've always wanted to help people, but now like I can walk into a room, and if there's people who are needing healing, these hands turn like red. They're just so burning with it got it. So there's times where like in Reiki, you're supposed to give energy when they've asked for it, right? You have to ask for permission. But in reality, energy doesn't care about permission.
Not about it, but I guess you're right, isn't it? Because it's always moving. Well, everything's energy. So it's not like it just stops and says, wait a minute, no, I can't go anywhere until they tell me.
Tell me to, yeah. If their soul body will ask for it, even if their conscious body doesn't, their soul body will. And so like if you walk into a room and your hands are burning, I basically have to just say, okay, let the energy go where is needed. Otherwise, if I don't, I can start feeling like the trapped energy within me.
Interesting. And that's fascinating. Is that because now this is very fascinating, because a lot of people talk about how we have this conscious mind and this subconscious mind. And in between that, it's called the limbic gatekeeper.
Right.
Exactly. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, you can say something like that. Yeah, because it, like even in hypnotherapy, it's like that the conscious and the subconscious, right? The conscious is our logic. It's the thing that kind of gatekeeps us to we absorb 1,000 things, and our conscious is only going to keep like 2 or 3 so that we understand it. But our subconscious is still picking it up, right? It's still there.
Well, I was told at one time that our subconscious can process 400 million pieces a second of information.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Like that's the thing running the ship. It ain't this little
It's
peep.
just
I call it
fun.
the conscious brain. It's about the size of a flea on the back end of an elephant.
Well, that's about it. It's the one that it thinks. I think you said it before that it thinks it's the one that's running the elephant, but it's actually the elephant in the end. Because our subconscious is really our emotions. That's where our emotions come from, right? So when we're trying to think of how you would say it, but when you're a child and something happens, you're absorbing everything, and not just your own emotions,
Yeah.
but everybody else's emotions around you. And so, of course, your subconscious now goes, "Oh, that is how I'm supposed to react." Like, think about when you're like, most people are afraid of spiders.
Right. They are. Holy moly.
Don't even know. No, nobody knows why they're afraid of spiders. Even the ones that look so cute. Like, I'm crazy because I actually talk to spiders. I see them. Hi, spider. How are you?
You're like me. I look at those webs and I go, wow.
You know,
It's taking like a really long time, and now I'm going in there to wipe it out. I'm thinking, I'm sorry.
exactly. But what happens is that, say, it could even be that you didn't react as a child to the spider, but your mom or your dad or someone else around you reacted so negatively, and so much fear, the energy fear, that your subconscious is completely decided, that's how I react to it. And it will keep going and going and going and going.
It's funny you should say that, because I can actually prove that to be true.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very dear family friend. She is absolutely terrified of spiders. And I mean, she goes ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking ballistic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, how is it that you are, because she has a lot of horses and she has to go into the barn. She goes, oh no, I don't go in there. I have to send the husband in there first. And I'm kind of going, what? Right. And then, so I said, how did this happen? So this exactly is what happened. It was generational. Her mother acted like that.
Yeah.
And now her oldest also acts like that.
Yeah.
So it's a complete energy transformation generationally. Well, exactly. So can you imagine how incredible our life would be if we actually started to focus on the positive? Because realm of positivity, Miss Jolene, right?
Yep. Yep.
If we can actually put even 10% of that kind of energy into our life to upgrade, what an incredible different world we could create in this 3D reality, this 3D illusion reality. I mean, this is, I'm probably thinking, is what you're really doing with your energy transfers, your hypnotherapy, your essential oils. I know you're a wealth of information on essential oils. So I think that's another reason why you love this technology, because with your experience with the different modalities, you really saw how it truly married into a very nice little package.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It took care of everything. Total balance.
Yeah.
Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and then physically. And of course, with your knowledge of the mental and the emotional, and then of course the physical knowledge with the Reiki and the essential oils, man, you must have just thought this was the bee's knees when I showed
when you introduced me to it. I was like, whoa, this looks cool. Now, of course, I'm like you. Both our balances are quite grounded, right?
Yeah.
So unlike some people that it's very difficult to feel it right off the bat. You have to find, like as Trinity said, you got to play around with it, right? And
which is cool, because that's what makes it so beautiful, is that not one size fits all, and you actually get to create your own roadmap. It's fabulous, and not spend a fortune doing it.
No,
well, like, oh, that didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. And you're throwing this money out the door. It's like, oh, all part of the deal. It's all in there, right in there. What do we have? Like over 600 ingredients in there now?
Yeah. And I love those mushrooms, babe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Those mushrooms are unbelievable.
Oh,
Isn't that true? We have, what is it? We have a list in there. Somebody had said, Ron Spence, who is our resident scientist, also certified hypnotherapist. He didn't practice therapy, but he did it. As you know, he got into the whole hypnotherapy because he wanted to understand more about the whole subconscious, conscious, correlation. And he was saying when we were discussing, when the mushrooms came on to the Limbic Arc in library, that some of those mushrooms, like if you actually went into a health food store and you said, hey, hey, here's my $100, could give me a 30-day supply of all those mushrooms, he'd be going, get the hell out, right? Well, first of all, you can't get all those mushrooms in one place because they're actually proprietary. Some of those mushrooms are proprietary. Yeah. So apparently some of those mushrooms, if you had to buy a 30-day supply, like we did the list, it'd be like over $2,000. It was like, what? It's like, damn. And I guess I know, and we just get to go, click, I'll take that one, please. I'll take that one, please.
Exactly. And it works too, because it's like we've got the other areas like our imponderables. Like I so love the fact that we have the imponderables, because
can you explain what that is, please? Because a lot of people don't know what that is. I think people get really confused when they come into the system. They go, what is this imponderables thing?
Yeah. So it's like those energies that we don't really see, but we know they're there. Like when you have your cell phone, like it's our cell phones and our computers and all the EMFs and the radiation that happens every day.
Right.
But because of our high technical environment, we are being bombarded by this every single day. And I can tell you that I don't know what it's like at home back in Canada. However, I know that the 5G has been turned on. And I can see, like I walk down the street, there's the black boxes of the 5G all along every single place. So with the Limbic Arc, I know that I'm being protected from that.
Wow.
Because like the minute that I've had a few times where I've forgotten to redo my spark and I'm getting these headaches and I'm like, what's going on? And then I do my spark and I see I'm at 85% on the 5G, and I'm like, holy crap. Excuse my language, but holy crap.
Okay, now we know for a fact electromagnetic frequencies really attack our biology big time. Absolutely. It's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that radiation, it kills our cells. And to be able to have access to such a simple, easy tool that is actually going to neutralize the unseen, especially what we're being bombarded with now, because we're not going to get away from it. It's always going to be here. So what are we going to do about it? And I've been told by some people, well, I've got stuff in my house. Well, that's great. You got stuff in your house, which is of course great. But what do you do when you have to leave your house? Like, what do you do? Exactly. You don't know where it's coming from. We have no idea where it's coming from.
I mean,
how beautiful.
Exactly. And it's not like it's not just human made. There are imponderables that come from the earth, come from everything. Like radiation comes from decaying matter. So we're going to get radiation from that.
I didn't even think about that. That's right.
And we're going to get radiation or any of the other kinds of EMFs from any kind of thing that is changing, right? That radiation is a reaction. So we're getting it. I was watching someone who was in Seattle during the fires, and they think that is it radon? Is it radon? I can never remember the name. When like basically they were noticing a huge difference, not so much in themselves, but all their electrical equipment. They had to close their windows from the fire, which meant that all the radiation from underneath was being trapped inside, and it was affecting their, So
this is what scares me right now is us not being told the truth about what's really going on.
Yeah.
What I can't even imagine what it's doing to all our children around the world who have like all those towers on our schools and things like that, and nobody's doing anything extra,
Yeah.
excuse me, to protect,
Yeah.
a future. I mean, this is a big deal going on right now, and I'm just so thrilled that we have something that we can offer them. And you have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, being in Ireland, where they've just absolutely have rolled out this 5G, probably while you were in lockdown, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
No,
Right?
the first
And now
beginning,
you can prove it because you've gone back out and you're walking around trying to get on with your life, and you've gone in there and done your what we call our spark, which is directly connected to you and nobody else, and it has shown up without a shadow of a doubt that holy moly, you are like being attacked. And I think that is, I can't even imagine my life without this tool anymore. And my mom was talking about electromagnetic frequencies 30 years ago. She was like, I'm going, mom. Okay. I don't think they'd be doing this stuff if it was that bad. She goes, honey, I was in the cancer agency for over 40 years. I'm telling you right now, there's stuff going on, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? She was right. They've been rolling this stuff out like it's no big deal. You're fine. Da, 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 da. So, I just love the fact that we're now able to empower people. We can now empower people to take control of their wellness now, right in your hand. You're carrying this thing around with you all the time anyway, so you may as well use it. Now, not that you need to use your phone all the time, because the wonderful thing about Limbic Arc, as we know, is you just have a web browser. It can be done anywhere from any device. And then once you've activated your boost, you're done. You don't have to carry nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's all about quantum, baby.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like, because we're energy everywhere, and we are, it's part of the basic LOA, law of attraction philosophy. You put it out there and you leave it, right? It's there. You leave it because it's going to work for you because you've asked for it.
Isn't that awesome?
Perfect.
It's so awesome.
Exactly. And it's I see how there's people waking. I know there's people awakening to this because I see it everywhere. And we will be awakened more slowly. And unfortunately, in one sense, we won't have to live with what we've done. But we can now figure out how to do it in a better way. Right? So in time we will get there, and
I think that's a very valid point. I think, first of all, I'm super excited that people are waking up. They're starting to really see, the contrast that's going on. Love and fear. Those are the only two things. There's no 50 shades of gray anymore, people. No. That's what got us into this mess in the first place. Okay. It was the 50 shades of gray. Okay. It's either love or fear. And this is the other reason why I just love this community. I am so lit up being part of this community, being around all of you who have the mojo rising. Exactly. When that vibe is high, nothing can get at you. Nothing. Exactly. So thank you so much for your time today.
You're welcome.
You're just beaming, even with all that crazy going on in Ireland.
But that's why I did the realm. That's why I did the realm of positivity, is because, there's so many people who do feel like they're not able to, boom or and excel. So they put stuff that's negative on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And, positivity doesn't just mean sunshines and rainbows and stuff. It's about taking I have a saying, and sorry for what I'm going to say, but life gives you piles of shit.
Yeah.
And up to you whether you're going to grow a garden or continue to make that pile bigger. Right? And that's what realm of positivity really is trying to show you that there's all these tools to get you so you can create the garden instead of just create a bigger pile of
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, that's a good way to finish a show. Do you want to start fertilizing and growing? into the mojo high vibe, or do you just want to keep getting stinky?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm just so grateful for you. I'm blessed to have you in my life. We're blessed to have you in our community.
Yeah, me too. I'm so happy.
This is what it's all about, everybody. This is all about linking arms and linking hearts, and we share this with everybody anywhere in the world, and it's for anybody anywhere. You can access it from anywhere at any age even. We're even doing our pets now, for crying out loud. I did all the other day.
Yeah.
I did our little Frenchie the other day. And it's just, you know what? It's mind-blowing, but in a good way. So thank you for joining us. Everybody, our 30-day challenge starts in 2 weeks. I think you heard us talk about that earlier, Michelle and I. We're starting in November. These lovely, lovely guests that I've been having on, they're all going to be part of the challenge. And each week they are actually giving a special gift. We're not going to reveal that. So for all you new subscribers for our 30-day challenge, you get a chance to be working directly with one of our beautiful guests. So this is really exciting, and we're really looking forward to it. And so thank you, Jolene. Thank you for joining us all the way from Ireland. This is awesome.
Good to see
you. And it's always, I always just, I love the energy. It's great. Thank you so
I
much.
wish I could come up and give you a big hug, but we can't.
Virtually. Hello. So just remember, everybody, 30-day challenge starts November. Reach out to the person who invited you, and they'll be happy to get you started. And we would love to welcome you into the group and be part of this quantum energy love, and get yourself into wellness balance. And it's really that easy. It's just one click activation. You go unlock your scan, you activate your ingredients, and you are empowered. So thank you, Jolene. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us live. And if you're coming to watch on the replay, thank you very much too. So with that, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Thanks, Jolene.
Thank you.